At the beginning of Parashat Re'eh, we read of Moshe Rabbeinu's instructions to the Jewish people, "Abed tabedun et kol hamekomot asher avdu sham hagoyim," that you must completely eradicate all of the sites where the pagans had worshipped in Eretz Yisrael. Two psukim later, Moshe Rabbeinu again warns, "Lo tasun kain l'Hashem Elokechem," but don't do so to the Lord your God. Rashi gives two different interpretations of this pasuk. The second, which Rashi quotes from the Sifrei, reads this warning as establishing a prohibition against tampering with our own sacred property. The Jewish people needed to destroy the sites of pagan worship, but chas v'shalom, would they ever do the same to the places where we worship HaKadosh Baruch Hu? But Rashi's first answer introduces a discussion regarding the designation of a unique, exclusive place for where we would bring korbanot, after describing how the pagans had established sites of worship on the Harim Haramim Valagvot V'tachat Kol Eitz Ranan, on high mountains and on the hills and under every tree. Moshe warns Bnei Israel not to follow this example. Lo tasun ken, don't do so to the Lord your God. Rather, we need to find the place. We need to ask our Nevi'im to identify the place, which we know ultimately was Yerushalayim. Unlike the pagans who erected altars and temples throughout the country, we have to designate a single exclusive site. Sforno explains something that is especially important to us even today. Va'avetim shama, you shall come there, and not that the Beit HaMikdash comes to you in every place, like the idolaters did for their God. One of the attractive features of pagan worship was the ability to make any place, anything holy. Able to make a tree holy. You were able to make a stone holy. Instead of having to leave their needs and their concerns aside for the sake of serving their God, the pagans were able to set things on their own terms, to bring the gods to them wherever they decided. The Torah demands, as the Sforno explains, that we have to leave our homes and communities to travel to the Beit HaMikdash, to worship HaKadosh Baruch Hu in that central place. And while it's true that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is everywhere and we can seek HaKadosh Baruch Hu everywhere, what this idea teaches us is that we need to leave our comfort zones for the sake of serving God, because Judaism is not convenient. Serving God means going to a place. And even though we live in an area of DIY, of do-it-yourself everything, where everything is easy and accessible, where shuls need to be around the corner, minyanim need to bend to our schedules, restaurants, fast food, Pesach, everything needs to make Judaism easy. The reality is that while Judaism isn't hard, it does require us to work at our relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's there for us. But we need to seek him out. L'shichnoti dreshu vata shama. Only those things that we work at will we ultimately value. And that may be part of the most important lesson we can learn from this pasuk. We need to go to God. God doesn't have to always come to us.